Hello, everybody. We are back, and we are getting a little bit excited. I'm not gonna lie. I've really enjoyed playing Diablo this week. It's been a really nice change of pace, especially from the hardcore. But I'm getting really excited to jump back into World of Warcraft. Messing around a little bit last night on the PTR, and then we've also had some like rep videos I've been doing, so it's really getting me amped up to get back into playing some WoW here soon. Well, next week even, but I'm really getting ready for midnight, honestly. We did do a video last night. I'm not going to belabor this too much, but I did want to talk about it a little bit. We did a video last night about the wish list that Wowhead did. So I think it's important because Wowhead has a lot of reach. So a lot of people see these, and people read ones that aren't even for their spec and stuff like that as well. So I won't hit on every point that I talked about in the video because I would just be repeating myself. But I do think, it well, probably the biggest thing that I did mention in the video, but is to note that this is pretty much from a purely rating perspective. So if you're like a Mythic Plus player, you might be like, "What is he talking about?" in a lot of these things. But for raid only, everything he said makes complete sense, right? Bolas here. It's just for Mythic Plus, for delves, for your casual gameplay. This stuff might not matter very much to you, right? Especially like raid viability equity. There's no Mythic Plus viability equity or something on here, right? And so I kind of wanted to highlight that in my video and talk about like, hey, there's other things besides raiding, and people play rat for Mythic Plus. They play rat just to play it because they enjoy playing it. They might do delves. They might just do LFR or whatever, where these things don't matter as much. I think ultimately a lot of people agree that the most important thing is that everything's fun to play. Your buttons feel meaningful. Those are the kinds of things that I talked about as well. So if you're interested, you can watch that video. But basically, just kind of going over the things I agree with him and things I don't agree with him, and trying to speak for the entire ret community instead of only the raiders. Because this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is very heavily weighted not only towards raiding, but towards mythic rating specifically. So it's a very small fraction, and that is what most of the rat discord is like mythic raiders. And that, I mean, I was a mythic raider too, but I just never kind of jived with that because it's such a small percent of the player base. And maybe that's because like as a content creator or whatever, you're like thinking about larger audiences or whatever. But I just could never imagine only talking to like so few people like as far as compared the a small percentage of the total, I should say, not so few people. So anyways, I just wanted to mention this a little bit more because I thought it was pretty interesting. I read through it last night. It came out like a little bit after stream or maybe at the end of stream or something like that, and we did a video on that real quick. But we're gonna start today with El Diablo. We might move into PTR. We might move into retail. I don't know, but we'll probably switch over to WoW at some point. I am having a lot of fun with this story quest, though, the main story line here on Diablo. But I am just kind of like itching to play World of Warcraft again. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't even like itching to play my Hunter again on hardcore. But like we're probably gonna play TBC pre-patch next week and PTR for testing purposes. And we probably will get on PTR later today, whether that's in a couple hours or the last hour of stream or so. We're gonna hop on PTR and probably just test some very specific things out. It's gonna be hard testing on the PTR because it's not gonna be easy to find groups to do like actual content, but we can try some things out and see how it goes. But we'll go ahead and get started here, and I'll stop dilly-dallying around. And yeah, we'll play some Diablo for at least a couple hours here and see how this quest line goes and stuff. And we're picking back up with Lorath here. Have you learned anything about Elias's palace?
Just rumors, mostly. The people here speak of a sorcerer who lives in a grand palace beyond the endless sandstorm.
One of these nomads could help us reach it. They know the land better than...
So this is the lady that has like the demon in her, or the lesser evil.
Andaria. I hear need a place to focus. Keep her voice at bay.
Look for a guide. I'll get something to help Thaisa clear her mind.
I'm looking at a guide to help me pass through the northern storm.
You'll find none fool enough to accept that request here. Give up and stay alive a day longer.
Yeah. Will you guide me through the sandstorm?
Are you mad? There's a sorcerer living in that storm who will rip your flesh from your bones.
I need a guide.
Ha! No chance. Not for all the gold in Chaldean.
Wait. What about the old man?
Ha! I'd sooner walk backwards into the burning hells than rely on him. But he might be the only one crazy enough to agree. He spends his days in a fog by the banks of the Argentec River. It's no place for kind souls. Be careful.
Yeah, we gotta find some old man. I know where to find a guide. Where is Thaisa?
Quiet spot where she can focus on controlling Andariel's presence.
Is it safe to leave her here?
Safer than stumbling blind through the desert. At least until we find a reliable guide.
Surely this won't go badly.
Every day brings new fools. I'm not the one who's gonna roll the corpses into the river this time. No chance.
Okay, so I gotta find the right guy.
You'd better turn around and walk out of here, friends.
Okay, that guy's a joke. Hey Fuzzy, how you doing today? Wake up.
What's that? I'm paid up, leave me be.
We're not here to collect. We need...
Huh? This can't be. Can it? Is that the symbol of the hole? The Hura,
Rajam.
Paradra.
yes. Horadrim.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good today. I went to bed, so I got some weird sleep last night. I went to bed real early. Every once in a while, we let the kids sleep downstairs, and they usually end up sleeping up in our bed, and my wife will like move out to the couch or whatever. And but we started doing this thing where we put like a fireplace ambience on the TV when we go to sleep, and so they like if I come to bed early or whatever, and like have that fireplace on or whatever. So I did that last night. But the problem when I go to bed early is my body wakes up like it's a nap because it's not used to going to bed at a good time. And so I woke up after a few hours, but I managed to fall back asleep eventually. But it was kind of a weird day because of that. I was a little bit groggy, a little bit tired, you know. But you know, you do like weird things to make your kids happy. Yeah, gamer sleep logic. Yeah, if I go to bed at like 2, I can wake up at like 9 a.m. pretty no problem or whatever. But if I go to bed at midnight, my body will just wake me up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, okay, nap's over.
You're here. Deckard is inside with your friend.
But her screams are only a whisper now.
This is holy ground. Her influence will be weaker here. I am. Up to Taisha, whether she'll join us, though.
Every part of me wants to walk through that storm and draw Elias's blood. But
The other day I fell asleep at 7 p.m. I woke up at midnight. Like,
on my bed
yeah,
to
exactly. If
so he can finish
if I go to bed early, it's just a curse for the next day.
for everyone if I stay.
No shame in that.
I've done that before too. I'll go to bed. I'll be so tired, maybe for whatever reason, right? Maybe I had a long day, and I'll go to sleep at like 8 or 9 p.m. I'll pass out, and then I'll just be wide awake in the middle of the night.
Are you? I hope you've lined your pockets with healing drops. If not, help yourself to the ones I keep on old Isabella here. Storm's going to get worse, too. I can smell it. When it starts to kick up, we'll have to find something to shelter us, or there'll be nothing left of us but bones and stories. Just savoring the moment. This is going to be a trek to remember, eh, Deckard? I can't wait.
Guys, insane. Okay, so I take like slight damage or something in here.
The winds are turning angry.
That rope just keeps getting longer. When people died here. Okay.
Could it be? Ah, it is! The gods favor our journey,
A
friend.
magic rope, clearly. I mean, that thing was getting like a mile long there.
A toast
Or a
to
kilometer.
in-depth adventure.
No, I've had quite enough. It's all yours.
Ah, I won't turn down such generosity. Seems it's dying down. Onward! Storm's kicking up again. This way, quickly!
Apparently we're in Silithus right now.
Oh, no. No! Back! We need to go back!
What? What's wrong?
My pipe! I left my pipe back at the chapel!
I
We must go back and get it!
Oh my.
don't think so, Bucko.
If you turn your back now, I'll be the first to bury a blade in it.
Bah! Fine. But I won't forget this betrayal, Deckard. You know I won't. Come on then. wandering without a direction. It was just waiting.
That's what it feels like we're doing now here, Bucko.
It's important to have something to walk toward.
One foot in front of the other, eh, old friend? If we stop walking, we die. Sounds like the winds have calmed. Stay close. That wasn't half as dangerous as the others made it seem. Look at this. To think such an intriguing place.
This place looks pretty cool.
Storm.
A relic from the old days of Kyrgyzstan, maybe. Lost to time until Elias seized it.
He must hold some treasure, eh?
Mashif, don't move. Don't speak to anyone. There is great danger lurking here.
You've grown fearful in your old age, my friend. But worry not. I will stay put.
Okay. Find the entrance to Exalted Terrace with Laura.
To join his anointed circle? That one in rags will never survive what is to come.
So there's like people living here.
It's his hand that brought Lilith to sanctuary, and it will be his hand that binds a lesser evil to our will. Imagine when we hold that kind of power.
You there! Wait! I haven't seen you before. We just made it through the storm. By the Mother's grace. Ah, new disciples. You've come at an auspicious time. Lilith recently graced us
Ooh.
with her presence. She was here. Oh, it was magnificent. But do not worry. Perhaps Master Elias will give you a glimpse of her through the sightless eye. If he deems you worthy, go inside and present yourself to him.
I have a feeling he's not going to deem us worthy. This guy. Okay.
This is worse than I thought. Elias has the sightless eye. It's ancient magic. He can see anywhere with it. Across time, even.
Our flock has grown. Behold the wonders that the mother.
Raise your heads high, champions of Lilith! Never again will we fear demons.
Cold and hungry, praying to a light that would give them no warmth. But in her presence, a new fire was stoked in their hearts. They would never go hungry or feel cold again.
Go forth and stand in judgment before Master Elias. But show no fear, no hesitation.
Don't worry. We won't.
Go big Lorath.
Blessed Mother, I will not fail you again. The maiden will walk this world.
Elias.
I knew you would come, Laura.
Been spying on us with the sightless eye, have you?
You think I would waste such magic
Oh, he's really weak.
This is over. We should find the Sai while we still have time. We can't leave it with these fanatics.
Hold on. I see something. Blood petals.
I feel like he was way too weak for his stature.
Mephisto, Diablo, Bale.
That's gross.
The ruination of Sanctuary is imminent. And yet you doubt.
Only zealots and fools are completely certain, Mother. If we are to be saved, it will be by your hand.
I have not come to save, but to
So disgusting.
in my shadow, the strong will oppose the might of hell itself. Let the weak fend for themselves.
Andaria lives. The Horadrim die.
Whatever the cost.
Whatever the cost.
Yeah, it's probably my least favorite thing about it. Other than that, I like it. I get that's what the Diablo fans like, though.
Lilith thinks the primevals will destroy Sanctuary, and she's empowering people to stand against them.
That's why she and Elias are gathering followers. They're building a bloody army.
The Lords of Hell threaten our existence, and we are doing something about it.
Elias, how are you still alive?
You will never understand what I have done for this world.
We can't keep bashing our heads against him like this. He'll wear us down. We need to escape, but not without the Sai.
But he's gonna have to get a lot stronger if he wants to wear us down.
Or at least.
I saw a village. The people, cold and hungry, prayed to a light that would give them no warmth. But in her presence, a new fire was stoked in their hearts. They would never go hungry or feel cold again. I sense the blood of Lilith in you, Wanderer. You received her blessed communion. Open your heart to her. Embrace your nature.
Never.
Unnatural. Some kind of necromancy. Where did he find this power?
Oops, I did not mean to press that. Oopsie. Hopefully I don't need it for this fight.
Change nothing. It is too late to stop what Lilith has begun.
Yeah, I definitely didn't need it for this one. I assume at some point he's going to get strong and I'll need to actually use that ability.
Here it is. The Sightless Eye. Mashif can help us get the artifact far from this place. But we need to hurry before Elias returns. That opening over there is our best chance of escape.
Okay.
Put pressure here. We need to stop the bleeding.
It seems I've lost a step in my old age, eh, Deckard?
Who'd the old guy fight?
No.
Hey, you made it. Did you kill that sorcerer fellow?
Don't talk. The storm was broken. We'll get you out of here.
Oh, it's a shame. I got mine. Just a hair too late. Sneaky devil poked me in the back. Skewered like a quill rat. So it goes. Hey, Deckard.
Aye. So it goes. They'll be coming. I'm taking the Sightless Eye. We need a safe place to study it. Use it against them. We'll meet at the Desert Chapel. Go.
Did you kill him?
More than once, in fact. Trouble is, he won't stay dead.
He is more powerful than I thought. I underestimated him.
So did I. But we took something important from him, at least. The Sightless Eye. I think he was using it to commune with Lilith from afar.
A powerful piece of magic.
And dangerous. Perhaps we can use it to our advantage. Give me some time to study it. The prime evils were reforming. Hell was coming. But Elias was not the answer to anyone's prayers. If you want to take the measure of someone, you judge them by their deeds, not their words. Simple as that. Elias preached of saving the world while standing atop a mountain of corpses. Then there was the Wanderer. Everything Elias was not. Tainted by Lilith's blood, and yet able to resist her corruption. That was what I witnessed in the Wanderer's deeds. And that was when I started to think that perhaps together we could keep the evil at bay. Something gruesome in that cult of his.
No more gruesome than the rest of Sanctuary's underbelly. can shut out Andariel's whispers most of the time, but
Boys.
Better a whisper than having her walk the world again. Andariel is part of Lilith and Elias's plan. But how? What do we know so far?
Lilith made a deal with Astaroth.
The demon who served her father. Interesting choice of ally.
And she has a key to hell.
A place where she's seen as a traitor. So why would she go? And is she already there? We need answers. Elias used the sightless eye to contact Lilith. Perhaps it can help us. Bring it here, would you?
Hey, I've watched Lord of the Rings, and I know you're not supposed to touch the little orb thing. This is not going to be good.
Picture Lilith in your mind and gaze into the eye.
my father's essence is reforming.
How do you know?
I feel it. Like 1,000 old wounds ripped open again. He's still weak. Thunder.
Fool of a took.
I must strike before he can resist.
Never a good idea to mess with the evil stuff, I agree.
Yours. The other lords will.
What happened?
She saw me.
She knows we're looking for her. Only a matter of time before she comes after us.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Mephisto is reforming. And Lilith aims to take his power while he is still weak.
So, that's
Yep.
what we're preparing.
Now she knows where you are and what you're doing.
All right, old man. Think. Think! If she takes Mephisto's power, she'll become like a prime evil herself. She'll be able to conquer hell and sanctuary alike. I have an idea how to stop her. But for it to work, we'll need the help of an old ally. Deliver this message to Donan. He'll have gone to Kiyovershad for guidance.
Big Doan.
After everything brushed aside.
I have a letter for you, Donan.
Good news for once, I hope.
It's from Lorath.
Wonderful. Lars. Lilith. Entering hell. Soulstone. What? Is
he serious?
What does it say?
He didn't tell you? No, of course not. That would require some basic degree of consideration. It's written in our code. He sent a plan, though calling it that is generous. He wants to imprison Lilith with my soul stone, the one that held Astaroth.
Can it work?
Certainly not. The stone needs to be attuned first, and he will need an expert for that.
Laura thinks that expert is you.
Then he is even more foolish than I thought. Go to the Horadric vault, will you? I'll dig up what he needs. You can deliver it, and maybe then you'll leave me alone.
Faithful penitents, a prophecy has been delivered to me. One that speaks of a glorious future. Tears of blood rain on a desert drool, and the way to hell was torn asunder. Then came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. You've all heard rumors of the demon Lilith, the daughter of hatred. It is my spear that shall pierce her heart. The chains that hold us to this world shall be cast off, and on my wings I shall lift us all to heaven.
This guy's a bit full of himself.
Then his penance is complete. I knew he had the courage. This is what he wanted. He is cleansed now.
Okay.
Who are you to judge his divine will? Murder is a sin committed by mortals, not...
How you been doing, Joseph?
He was but a messenger, destined to pass on the word. Only Inarius had the wisdom to interpret the prophecy's true meaning.
Yeah. He's just like so all about himself. I find when I play on a paladin character, I like help people more for some reason. Like I'm not even like an RP person, but like if I'm on a paladin, I'll like stop and heal somebody or whatever in WoW. But if I'm like on like a mage or something, I might just keep walking past and like not even help them.
Haven't even gone in yet. We have an intruder.
It's not like that. She's but a child.
You brought a child?
It was she who brought me, actually.
The moral obligation, absolutely.
Watch where you swing that staff. It's not a toy. once lived in this vault, the one you're trespassing in. Explain yourself.
I'm a student, conducting research on the Haraj Rim. What's left of you all, anyway?
A student, huh? You have a teacher? Don't tell me Lorath has taken another apprentice.
I don't need a teacher to study. Lilith threatens Sanctuary as we speak. I need to prepare for that. With or without help.
You? Against Lilith? Well, I came to get my things. I pray they were free from your meddling. I used to be like that girl. Had more dreams than I knew what to do with. Let me unseal this.
Okay.
The stone will need to be attuned to Lilith before Lorath marches up to her. It won't hold her well otherwise. I put together some notes on the process before I left. First things first, Lorath will need my notes. Soulstone magic is treacherous, even in the most skilled hands. Tread carefully. We summoned the spirit and ran amok. Lorath assured me that he banished it for good, but I've always had my doubts. Always find a way in.
Damn, spiders always find a way in.
Lilith hails from her father's domain. Hatred. That's the essence Lorath will need for the attunement. I kept a map somewhere. Here. All the places Mephisto's hatred yet lingers. There's just one last thing.
Okay.
I bet Lorath still wears his. The Order's mission was his lifeblood. I couldn't give up my life for it. Not like him. I wanted to be a man. I left to chase family, fellowship, glory. And for what? You saw how that ended.
Yeah, your poor son.
My son. I can't do it. It wouldn't work anyway.
Donan.
You don't understand. The stuff soul stones are made of, they're old as the eternal conflict itself. With magic so primordial, you need faith. You need spirit. I have none.
What you lack in faith, you have in allies.
Who? You?
Yes. You're the only one who can help us.
Unfortunately, you may be right. I can't make any promises. Really. But I can try. For you two, I'll try. Let's hear what the old man has to say.
Nero, what have you been up to?
This place is a treasure trove. Look at this masterpiece. Kalha's beyond the veil of the southern jungles.
You're familiar with Kalha's work?
She's brilliant. One of my favorites.
Mine as well.
Have you read her treatises? Never mind. You can tell me on the road.
On the road?
I'm going to help you. I know the Haradrim's ways, your magic, even that coded writing system you use. And don't tell me it's too dangerous. Lilith took my mother. I'll do whatever it takes to stop her.
That's a good speech. Might even convince the man you should be telling it to. Come on. I'm headed to him.
But your Haradrim, isn't this your vault?
It was once. Now, I suppose time will tell.
You with my allies at the Forsaken Chapel.
You were right to call upon me, you know. Soulstones are no trifle.
There's the Donan I remember.
I'm
Going
still
on?
busy on the details of this plan.
The bones are there. Lilith aims to take Mephisto's power for herself. Before she can reach him, we use the Soulstone on her.
Preparing the stone will take time we don't have. Why don't we fight her?
Who among us? You. Her corrupted blood still runs in your veins. No. Fighting her kind is always a last resort. Even if you could defeat her, she'd eventually come back. But a smarter weapon, the stone, would be up to the challenge.
Soulstones
I'm not as
should
smart
be
as a
available,
stone.
given enough time. It might not work.
You can make it work. There's no one I trust more to do it.
The wind is picking up. I can't see her. Thaisa!
I'll find her.
Oh,
You're fumbling in the eye. Let me write to your little cat.
If you hurt her,
Hurt her! I elevated her! The
Dang. This is like an epic showdown thing here. I like that. Okay. What do we got here? Alright, we just use this. Easy. Just pop the wings. And Signet. New one-hander. These are leggings. $63 all. They used a Jaina bubble. I did all the work like always.
Bloody hell. You finished the ritual from the volcano then?
Elias. That's the man who summoned Lilith. You're saying he summoned a lesser evil too?
Keep up, girl. Is Andariel gone?
Yes.
And Elias?
He fled.
Before going to the Steppes, Elias came to Hawazar, took something that wasn't his. It's why I'm hunting him. I have a friend in Hawazar who has mastered the art of immortality. She might know his secret. Let me take you to her.
I thought we were after Lilith, not Elias.
Finding him may lead to her.
And while we look for him, you'll have time to work on the stone. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Damn it, I'll bite. On one of those rare occasions you gave me good advice. You said the answers you need are often in the place you least want.
Oh my gosh, that is such good advice. The answers you need are often in the place you least want to look. That's just old school philosophy. But that's so correct.
Listen, I didn't mention it earlier, but you did well. You stood against Andariel, a lesser evil, and lived. That's no ordinary feat. But don't let it go to your head. The arrogance and foolhardy never last long in Hawazar. I wonder what old Deckard Cain would have written in his chronicles if he had seen us. Two old friends reunited. New allies eager to learn from our vast knowledge. Bound as one against the encroaching darkness, like the Haradrim of old. They were probably lost and bitter, just like us. But Cain had a gift for seeing the good in people. One thing was certain, at least. Lilith meant to devour Mephisto and claim his power as her own. Had that been her goal all along? Not sanctuary, but a bid to reign in hell. And Elias, the damned fool, was too blind to see it. Perhaps we weren't perfect, but we knew we had to make a stand. We were the world's only hope.
Hey Mario, how you doing today? I actually really like this story. Actually, Mario, this is the kind of thing. It's like it's weird to play it while I'm trying to stream too because I'm actually almost too into it. It's one of those things where I think I would love to play through the story of this game and like all the side quests, and then I don't even know how much interest I would have in the end game of it, but I actually really am into the story. But then again, I don't know anything about it. Like I don't have any like it's all new to me. So it's like if there's anything rehashed or whatever, then it's all new to me as someone who doesn't play the Diablo games traditionally.
You were a student of Elias's, Thaisa?
I was hunting Elias. Pretending to study with him was useful to me. We must break his hold on immortality. He cannot continue to escape his judgment.
Yes. And without Elias, we may have more success against Lilith. Where do we start?
Seek out Timoe in the marshes. She traded with the power in the swamp and received long life. She may have the answer to killing Elias for good.
Nayral and I will start looking for her.
Bro, that was so sad. Like that was rough for me because I'm like, I'm like, okay, Donan's a paladin, or at least he seems like a paladin type figure. He has a son. I have sons. Just jabbed the crystal in his head, dude. That was rough for me. I hate seeing that stuff. It's like Fallout 4. Like everyone hates on the Fallout 4 story, but as a dad, man, that story was actually kind of like touching in a way. We journey with Lorath and Neyrel.
I think not. I have to take care of the Soul Stone. Lorath will be fine alone. Northeast of here is a Zakarum keep. We know hatred has a strong presence there. Perhaps we can use it to prepare the Soul Stone to trap Lilith. I could use your assistance, if you're able.
The final city is epic. Well, I'll make sure that even if we take a break from Diablo, I'll take a break from playing it so we can do it on stream then. That was kind of my plan already, but
Do you feel that? Mephisto's touch is heavy here. All that hatred. It's just what we need to attune the Soul Stone, to make it ready for Lilith. I'm too old to climb, but you can get in and open the portcullis.
I'm too old to climb. Trust me, man. I'm a little overweight myself. You just can't pull yourself up. Oh, I'm not too far from it? I mean, heck, yeah. That'd be cool. Go around. Come on in, Doan. Be your first time seeing it too, Brando? Yeah, I mean, I've loved all this. I've loved this entire story. Probably that around that point when Donan got introduced, that's probably when I got a little bit more invested into it. I was also doing a lot more side quests in between. Before that part.
Do you hear that? How strange. Are there wolves in Hawizar?
The Foul Undercrypts.
It feels worse here somehow. This must be the place.
Another thing that helped me enjoy it a lot too is like I was already enjoying the quest line at this point, but John suggested that I go back to normal difficulty because I was on expert just because things were dying kind of fast. But I think for doing the quest line, it's like it's better to not be bogged down with dying and stuff and just like enjoy the questing. And then you can turn it on higher levels when you are, you know, if you're doing like end game and stuff.
Whatever else is here, hatred persists. Strong enough to attune the soul stone. Creation dan tenis beri tis tom hiklimon.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with it?
Okay. I would like the end game. Probably. It'll just have to be. What will probably have to happen is I'll probably just have to wait until midnight gets like a little pause in season 1 or whatever, and then maybe try whatever season's going on then.
Do you know how to repair it? We'll need rare materials. Quicksilver to start.
Quicksilver. Do we also need the Scarlet Witch?
Alchemical tools. There's a village near here. We'll see if they have what we need. Meet me there when you can.
Find Donan and Wedjanani. Wedjanani. Way over there. Okay. It's gonna be a long run. Yeah, that is a good thing about ARPGs and stuff. You can kind of just jump in.
I'll say it once more. Whatever it is you're looking for. You've been gone for so long. Your auntie. Is she there?
The town doesn't seem to have anything that we need.
We're a village in the middle of a swamp.
There must be something. I can feel the magic in this swamp, and where there is magic, there are users of magic.
If a witch is what you want, go to the tower then. Fire's lit, she's home.
Sounds as though we go to meet a witch of the swamp. Be on guard.
Okay.
Now you mind yourself, Senna. Witches are about again.
Thaisa? You're the witch in the tower?
Horadrim, I thought you journeyed to the keep.
Wait, this is weird. Need your help repairing the soul stone.
Well, we all want Elias dead.
We do. But fixing the soul stone, that is about Lilith, and she does not concern me.
I don't need much. Just Quicksilver and the tools you have there.
Such small asks rarely remain so. Sure.
Why is Thaisa being so weird?
You did help me survive Andariel's summoning.
Okay.
So, my tools are yours. You will have to go to Valtha for Quicksilver, though. Find her, and she will give you what you need.
Find Valtha in the Cinder Waste. Way up there. Okay. Interesting. Where are all these places? Find them. I saw your video. I hope Blizzard fixes execution sentence. I was looking forward to that spell. I always prefer Found Record because of the sound and visual, and for it to be weak sauce is lame. Yeah, it's a really low percentage of your damage right now. So much so that it doesn't even really matter if you take it as a talent, which kind of sucks, right? Especially like in AoE, it's like It doesn't really do anything, so I haven't even been really using it in Mythic Plus. And you kind of take it in single target just because there's nothing else to take, but... So yeah, I would love to see that spell strengthened a little bit for sure. Like it's very low on your total damage.
Do you have a habit of snooping around other people's homes?
The spell is cool. Like it hits, it still has that hit sound or whatever, and now it's like technically funneling damage, and it's like it feels like it should be cool, but then you look and it did no damage, and so that does like something can kind of seem cool, but if it does literally nothing, then it really takes all the punch out of it.
Do you want me to make your eggs? You're gonna make them when you're done.
I'll probably just eat when I'm done.
In the end, she will see the foolishness of her pursuit of Elias, and she will know that Lilith is our future.
Oh, I have to fight this person? Fine, I'll just use my ability and kill you. Correct.
You're back. Place the purified quicksilver in that bowl on the table.
And how was my sister?
Dead.
Valtha chose Lilith over your friendship. Elias convinced her to join him.
That can't be. She would have known not to trust Elias.
It wasn't Elias that seduced her, but Lilith. She found her ideals convincing.
So now she'll want to actually help defeat Lilith. So that whole thing where she was acting weird earlier was like to set up a reason, probably.
Difficult to believe, I know. I've seen my allies throw their lot in with Lilith. People I thought were stronger than that. But that is why we must press on and mend the stone so no one else will fall to her lies.
It reminds me of a World of Warcraft world quest. Here, add some hops. Jump on it in the grapes.
Give it another turn. Sulfur. Grind it in the mortar.
Oh my gosh, this is a World of Warcraft world quest.
not up to the task.
What can we do?
I suspect he no longer trusts himself. We cannot erase all his doubt, but his most recent grief, his son, there is a way. He won't enjoy it, though.
Why help him? You could simply leave us to our fates.
Everyone needs a reminder every now and then that you can defeat danger. You only have to try. Haradrim, come here.
What? Why?
What?
Take you somewhere.
Ready to work.
Old power in this swamp. I think it will do you some good.
Oh, 46. I guess let's go here.
Why do we go to this place? There's nothing left for me to do. Can't you see that? Let me return.
Return? Return where?
Return where? So if I have to make a prediction, this is going to be like the tree that with Yoda, where you have to confront things or something. That's my guess.
Do you feel that? The swamp's magic is more potent here.
Risa, what are we doing here?
Valtha brought me to this place when I was younger. Here, you can face your
That was right.
or grief.
It's the Yoda tree.
No. No. I've had enough of this.
And what will you do instead? Hmm? Nothing in this swamp is free, Haradrim. Not even your magic. Whatever logic you think will win the day, you are mistaken. Where is your sense of adventure? Huh? Not buried in your youth, is it? Go outside and make an offering to the swamp. A ring, a necklace, something you hold dear. While you do, our friend here will collect two things, maggot ichor and yellow lotus.
Great, another World of Warcraft quest.
This is foolish.
Where do I get these things? Right here. We have the yellow lotus. Now we need a maggot queen zicker. As long as we don't have to go get poop from an outhouse. If I were a maggot queen, where would I be? Over here by the maggots. A big thing too in this game is just kind of figuring out like how it works. Like, oh, this is how when you need to go grab items, like one's on the right side, one's on the left side. It's very samey all the way through, which isn't a bad thing, especially if you're a new player. I can see why people who play Diablo all the time would be like annoyed or bored by that, but I kind of appreciate it because it lets me figure out what to do. Similar with like WoW quests and stuff. They all have there's a certain genre of each one. Okay, pour this crap in. Oh, dude has to face his demons. I'll probably have to fight him. Can't talk to Thaisa.
You see the braziers. Light each of them. Then we will drink the tea and wait.
Wait for what?
For the swamp to call out to your soul and draw what festers from you, like poison from a wound.
We're gonna suck the poison out of Donan. Thais is just sleeping.
They're coming.
Father, I will. Don't worry. Father.
Yaren. My son. How is it possible? My son. Please come back to me. Come back. I shouldn't have let you go. I should have said no. I should have kept you with me at Helheim.
Why did you let me go?
Oh no.
The look on your face. You were ready. You needed to go.
I did. And I do again.
Stop. Just.
Father. I'm ready.
My goodness. That is heart-wrenching, man. Whew, that is very, very sad.
Mephisto. What does that fiend want from me? Now of all times.
Didn't I warn you? The Horadrim would only hold you back. Look at them. So consumed by their emotions that they forget what really matters. Lilith is the true threat, not Elias.
I know why you're so afraid of her.
My fate is tied to yours. If she devours me, Sanctuary is lost. But you still have a chance to stop her.
I don't know why they keep framing it like I have to choose between killing Elias and Lilith. I mean, I would like to just kill them both.
I know who my real allies are. My friends. Take me back to them.
The day of reckoning will come, and your true friends will be revealed. Now, take the portal back to your allies.
What up, Wolfie? How is he?
I don't know yet. He wandered around for hours until the tea wore off. A long journey through the swamp is more rewarding than a short one. Yours was even longer, it seems. Did you face your inner demons, as the Horadrim did?
Yes. Hopefully for the last time.
Let us begin.
You have to mix all your crap again.
Mix the quicksilver in the pot.
Ugh.
And the fire. Turn the wheel twice. No more, no less. Sulfur. Carefully.
You got this, big dome.
Mallet. Sulfur. Careful. Now stand back.
I just threw some more crap on it. Needs a little more garlic.
Is it done?
Was it so easy then?
You have no idea the toll of such a thing. No idea what one must face. Overcome to perform this act of magic.
Perhaps not. But still.
Enough. It is done.
But it's not Terry.
Yes. We have our task at Zakharum Keep. Let's finish this.
So I need to go way down here. Holy moly. You guys like, I'll stop teasing the guy. Yeah, I know.
What a lonesome place to come seeking knowledge.
He must have thought he had no choice.
Neither do we.
Any luck finding Timu?
Another set of eyes, at last. We've been searching for Timurray with little success.
Timu.
Before she went to his palace?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Many things I wish I did.
Timu's hovel. Pavel.
Only two kinds of people come looking for old Timo. Those running away from trouble.
Those running toward it.
Which kind are you, I wonder?
I'm hunting a man named Elias.
We think Elias made a pact with the swamp to become immortal. Thaisa said you could help it.
Thaisa. Only she would be cold-hearted enough to send a child to die up here.
With no intention of dying.
One of you will. That's the way it always ends. Go back where you came from. I won't have a child's blood on my hands.
I saw my mother possessed by Lilith. Driven so mad, it killed her.
True. What she's been through, she's not a child anymore.
So be it. If this Elias made a pact, it was with the Tree of Whispers. There are many paths to reach it, but the nearest is in Ingovani. A sacred incense is kept in the temple there. Retrieve it, and your path to the tree begins.
Go to Engavai. Mayrel and I will see if we can get some more information out of Timurray.
Like, he's like all nasty. some huts. Okay. And this is it.
The door bears an image of a snake. Her eyes are missing. Perhaps returning them here is the key to opening the way.
Okay. Find the eyes. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking through corpses. Ring. Got a ring in there last night. Maybe? Up here? There we go. Oops, I didn't want to go in here. Care about that right now? Right here. No. Where the heck is this eye at? Hmm. Yeah, this is not easy to find, apparently. Find the left serpent's eye. Here we go. I just didn't come in the thieves' encampment enough. What happened to you?
They wouldn't listen when we demanded the gems to open the temple. Death found them.
Way of things.
But I hear them still, their warnings. 4 of us are dead now. And I am soon to follow.
Okay. Thanks for the eye, dude. The hell is this?
I need more time.
Let's go. The Slithering Dark. Ooh, that's creepy. Look at the big old snake in the background. Like we're about to have a boss fight or something.
This must be it.
Mulan, the Snake Queen. See? Incense. Dude, I love just popping wings. Makes it so easy.
Good, you found the incense. I'll keep it safe for us.
While you were gone, Timur warmed up to us. Well, to Lorath.
He's surprisingly nimble with old women.
She says there's an altar. That's what the incense is for. It's not far from here.
What's this? That?
But why did Tyrio believe the Haradrim would be a solution?
We weren't a solution. We are. The world needs.
What do we do now?
The incense should provide us with the path to the tree. What sort of path? I can't say.
I can say that the time for questions, Neyrel, has passed. Damn. They must have tracked our scent.
Oh no, not a bunch of really weak snakes.
When you're ready, light the incense.
What now?
We wait for the path to appear.
Take another nap. Nap time. We got a big ass snake. Lay off the cheese, Laura. That would definitely scare the crap out of me. I'm not a big fan of snakes.
Wake up. I think it worked. I don't know. But I see something.
Okay. Oh, the snake. You can see it too?
This creature. It's magnificent. I can see myself in the scales, walking on them like a path through the swamp. The serpent is the path.
Serpent? What are you
Oh, he doesn't see it.
You don't see it?
No. Only a cloud of smoke.
Oh.
Bloody hell. I see the serpent now.
Oh, he sees it now.
What do the scales show you?
A deer caught in a trap. We need to find a way forward.
There's an opening beneath the serpent. Just big enough for me. I think it wants me to go through.
Don't be ridiculous.
We must follow the path.
We need more time.
Is this dream snake helping us, or did it corral us here?
Where? Oh, she's putting a ladder down for us. Clutch. Final point there.
Can you feel it? The
Swamp is watching us.
whispering to us.
It's the incense, playing with our heads. Just an illusion.
He hears us, just as you do, wandering.
The old man is full of secrets like our thief, Elias. Birds of a feather. Perhaps it's what we need.
There it is.
you guys doing up here? Oh, we have to break through it.
Not enough.
That's the way through. Help me clear those dead trees. It's barring our path again. Keep a sharp eye out. Forget the snake, just kill them. They kill us.
Hello, I'm new here. And just, I just will not continue reading that after I read the first part. I mean, that's a little bit rude to come in here and say.
Shut up. You aren't real. An old drunk. The judge.
There. You're banned. See ya, Hank. Get fucked, Hank.
Not yet.
I know you heard the voices that time. Who are they?
I don't know. We can't trust anything here, but we need to press on.
Yeah, just somebody being a jerk.
Is that?
The Tree of Whispers.
I cannot do that here.
Why have you come? We're after a man named Elias.
Slippery, that one. Use the tree. It deals in thoughts and insight in exchange for a head. He is the first of us to escape payment.
Will you tell us what you told him? If we can stop him for good, the tree can finally collect.
He sought the way to summon Lilith, but he made another stop on the way. To a place beyond the tree's sight. That might explain his hardiness. I've damn near lost count of how many times we've killed him.
So that's why Taissa failed so dismally to reclaim his head.
This place Elias stopped at. How can we get there?
Seek a coffin beyond the wrecks. It will take you where you must go. Find out what secrets linger there. For the tree knows not.
We'll head there now. Meet us when you can.
And game lag. Alright, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. We'll be right back.
Maybe he came looking for it. Did he ever tell you what he was planning?
No. By that point, he wasn't my student anymore.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm really lucky that I'm a very, very fast reader because he tried to spoil what was gonna happen in the game, and I read like 2 words of a sentence, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is like telling me what's happening." So I just stopped reading it and blocked the idiot. People are so weird.
The moment Elias heard Rathma's prophecy, it poisoned him. He became obsessed with it. Prophecies are riddles,
told him to wait. He called me a fool.
Well, when you don't have a significant other, you don't have children, you don't have friends, you know, you just try to make everyone else miserable like you, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. Fuzzy.
Can you see the coffin from here?
Locked.
How do I get over there? Oh.
Any sign of it?
There's something at the far end of those ships.
I see it too. We'll have to cross the wreckage to reach it.
You know? If you have obels with 10, you can get 1 key for silent chests. Okay, yeah, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what any of that even means, honestly. I have been wondering though how to get those silent chest keys because I've found a lot of them in over time, and I've never found any kind of key or anything. So
It burns.
This is not good. Damn drowned.
My arm.
You've been infected. It's spreading. We have no time. I must remove the drowned necrosis.
yeah, it says you need a silent chest key. I don't know what obels are, but I'm guessing it's something you can maybe turn in at a town or something.
We have no choice. Now hold her.
Ugh.
Rest now. You will be Haradrim, young one. I will not fail you.
Dang, dude. I have to just cut off this child's hand.
Go on ahead to the coffin. I'll look after him.
I want to use this big thing as a weapon. In big towns like Parashed, there's an NPC called Purveyor. Okay, I've seen that person. You can gamble items at the end of the list. There are keys. You can get ovals by random events. So I probably do have some of those. Yeah, I haven't done anything with the Purveyor yet. I've talked to it, but I didn't know what to do, so I just never messed with it.
You see the way, don't you? Inside is the thing.
I mean, I don't want to get in that thing. Okay, we're getting in it. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Now, granted, as strong as I am, I imagine I could probably break out of here if I wanted to. I could just use my thing that shoots me in the sky. Or I could drown. Great. Okay.
Rathma, I have come to your temple. I know the answers I seek are within.
Elias's presence still taints this place.
Every tome, every scroll, every book in this temple produces the same answer. The only being willing to stand against the eternal conflict, against the prime evils, was Lilith.
The day I'm done with this self-righteous bastard will be a...
That's a nice little line. Good old-fashioned trick.
Staircase is flooded. Need a way to cross it.
Oh. Destroy the pillar. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's a lot of gold. If it's up to me, buddy, nobody's surviving.
Rathma writes that when Inaris discovered Lilith's plan to overthrow the so-called natural order, he sealed her away. For thousands of years, Lilith has sought to elevate us out of this cycle, has fought to secure us our birthright, sanctuary.
I think I'm doing it on seasonal, I believe. This is my first time playing Diablo since Diablo 1, so like 30 years ago. So I don't know a lot. This is like a blind playthrough, blind everything. Just vibing and enjoying the story quite a bit.
The mother of sanctuary. She made us to be strong and was sealed away to weaken us. The daughter of hatred. I cannot say that there is good in her. Morality is the privilege of people in better situations. We are beyond the question of good or evil. But the question remains, what will she do to us if I summon her? When I summon her? I must prepare myself for anything. Rathma kept the means of attaining immortality here. Once I have mastered it,
Oh. So he's trying to make himself immortal in case she kills him. Yeah, I've really liked my talent choices overall. Blessed Hammer's not my favorite, but once I powered it up, it's pretty good. I really like Holy Light Aura. I like Consecration just because I'm a WoW player. And I love this Arbiter thing. I did the thing where it gives 85% more damage when you use your Arbiter. But overall, I like my talent selection. Then I just chose like a defense one as well. Aura. And I haven't looked up like any builds or anything. This is just full natty. Full natty, bro. Oh, what's this?
Are you Elias's finger? Did he hide you here to stay immortal?
Uh-oh. I don't think there was any actually escaping that. How'd I get here?
I found you drifting in a coffin, clutching a severed finger. What
Most important choice is last option. You can go for Arbiter or Judgment. I have around 3,000 hours on this game. It's chill, relaxing 99% of the time. Yeah, I've had a blast with it so far. It doesn't look like I'm going to quite finish it this week, and I'm going to have to get back into World of Warcraft, but I am going to finish it on stream at some point. I've had a blast, though.
Good. Let us end this then, once and for all. Let me end what I began. No one else is going to get hurt because of my choices.
Well,
It wasn't a dream.
yeah, he had to cut off your arm, bro.
It's really gone.
You'll get through this.
You're going to leave me, aren't you?
I mean, I'd let you keep coming at this point. You got your arm cut off already for the cause. You lost your mom.
Want to be left behind?
No. I just don't want to be a burden.
And we won't leave you. It never crossed my mind.
I probably did, Laura.
No more time to rest. You should check on Donan. We'll meet you at the Zakharun Keep later. If you could do it alone, it would have been done.
Speaking for myself, yes, I believe I am. Ready to attune the Soul Stone, at least. As for what comes after, capturing Lilith, keeping her bound in the stone, we know how that's gone in the past. I have to believe it is up to us now. Not to the prophecy, Inarius, or anyone else.
Back in here?
Something is wrong here.
Nothing right about this place. Best do this quickly.
Don't you quick for a big boy. Holy moly.
Right, Lorat. We will inscribe the 6 sigils of Dendos in order, then...
Follow with the second and fourth reversed.
Oh, it's nice to see you agree on something.
Focus. Let us begin.
Creation dan tenis beri dis tom hiklimon.
There. Do you feel that?
What is it, witch?
Someone is coming.
Oh no.
It's Elias.
He's here. We have to...
Lorat, don't you dare leave.
I'll kill him myself.
I'll help you. Wait, I have to speak to Donan. Okay, no I don't. Let me help this lady.
The tree demands that you pay. And so do I.
I don't know if I should use my Arbiter. I don't know if he's like gonna actually do something or. Oh, what's this? Okay. That was scary. I have no idea how she hurt him. Okay.
How many times must we do this before you?
I burnt your finger, bro.
My life is not yours to claim.
I have been to the deepest chambers of a sunken temple, Elias.
Uh-oh.
You have no secrets from me.
Ninja, vanish! Ooh, stuff. I need a chest armor. Okay, catch up to Teresa. Wait. I was worried there was going to be like a second phase or something, so I didn't want to waste my Arbiter on the first phase, but it would have made it pretty instant. Okay. Oh, we have a skill point. We'll worry about that in a second.
I lost him in the tunnels, but the swamp has him now. Haradrim, we were about to finish without you.
He's still alive. Where is he?
At the end of his bloody trail. This way.
Did it for the tension, yeah. Those paper info you can click and learn and use it on the blacksmith. So you have to. I've been trying to click on them. Oh, you're right. Did you have to do something? Oh, maybe you had to unlock tempering first. So I have a bunch of those in my stash. I've been putting them in my stash because the very first one I got, I couldn't click on it. But I might not have learned the tempering. Thanks for that. I'll have to do that in my stash and get them all out.
Thaisa. I need to speak with him.
Then do so, Haradrim.
Crow comes by.
Oh, Elias. Was all this worth it then? Truly?
I brought Lilith to Sanctuary, a thing no one thought possible. And when hell rises to sweep across this world, I should be there beside her, ready to push it back. You left me alone to cross the lines you would dare not attempt, and you have nothing to show for it. You are nothing but a wasted life. Do not look to forgive me, old man, because it is you who brought us here. Was it worth it? That is a coward's question, Lorath. It suits you.
Elias of Aronok.
Oh, spare me.
Of your own free will, you swore an oath to the Tree of Whispers.
This is not the life I deserve.
Well,
The tree
there goes
does
that.
not forget oaths, and it does not forgive debts. It is time to let go.
If I know anything about movies, that bird's actually some evil entity. Oh, I guess it's just a swamp helper. What happens now?
I hear laughter on the wind. Elias's head hangs from the tree of whispers, and your soul stone is attuned. This is where I leave you.
You're the only one that helps.
We go to face Lilith. I had hoped you would join us.
I know the weight of your reasons, but Lilith remains your concern. Mine lies elsewhere.
This is farewell, then. And thank you for the tea.
Take care of yourself, Donan.
She called me by my name. Lorath won't believe it. Where is he?
I've not seen him since Elias spent his last words calling him a coward.
And to prove his courage, he what? Rode to face Lilith alone?
Elias never told us where to find her.
But his head is on the tree of whispers. So the tree knows where Lilith is going. Lorath could ask, but he'll have to pay the price.
What price?
The same Elias paid. Eternity on the tree.
Brother. No. Get to the tree now.
So what, Elias and Laura's heads are gonna be there hanging next to each other?
I need time to do that.
Shut your wretched mouths.
We want to hear this.
Lilith has been 2 steps ahead of us for far too long.
There's Elias's head.
The tree knew where to find her. I asked. Its answer was worth the price.
Worth the price? You owe the tree your head. The day you die, you'll be taken to hang here with the others.
And what? Did I need your permission? It's done. Put it aside. While we stand here in the mud, Lilith is on her way to absorb Mephisto's power. She has found a gateway to hell, and she approaches with the key.
Where is the gate, brother?
Under Chaldean.
Surely there will be some resistance.
None. The fools welcomed her in.
They just welcomed her in.
It's up to us to stop her and imprison her in the Soulstone. This is all that matters.
And if Lilith has already passed through the gate?
We follow her into hell. I will do everything in my power to get us there.
The four of us alone? This is lunacy.
Not lunacy, child. Duty. We will meet in Tesseract to prepare. Pray we are not too late.
This is crazy.
A strange thing, knowing where you'll go when you die. One less damn mystery to worry about, at least. Did I make the right choice? I did what I had to. We needed answers and we got them. Lilith was poised to storm the very gates of hell. Astaroth and the deal, Rathma and the key, it had all been leading to this. But what we didn't know was that while we were lost in the swamp, Inarius and the cathedral were launching a campaign to strike at Lilith. Their battle would leave the world a wasteland. And whoever won would show no mercy to what was left. Our only hope was to reach Lilith before Inarius. But we couldn't have predicted what happened next.
They should have made it so you could talk to that dude's head. Oh. There, now we learned all those. Oh, Whispering Key. I actually don't have any of these things. These, whatever it costs for it. But I see where you get them now, at least. Oh, they keep dropping until you learn it. Okay.
Your silence only damns you further.
I want eyes on the road waste, sentries at the walls. The sinners will come running.
There, oh, where are the others?
Donan have gone to Chaldeum. The knights march on the city. They felt it best to follow. But I wanted to wait for you. Can I ask you something? Something personal.
You know you can.
Do you ever feel like nothing you do
All the time.
I once saw the light in its true form. It was beautiful.
every day since, I've wondered, how can I ever live up to something like that? I try, yet my best isn't enough. Not for Yoren, nor your mother.
Does it get any easier?
It can, with a good ally.
Thank you for being honest. It helps knowing I'm not alone. We should go. I'll find the others in Chaldeum.
All right, I think this is probably the best. I mean, I know we're getting close to the end here, but I don't know if we can finish today without really trying to rush through. So, we're gonna switch over to WoW now for the last little bit of stream to work on PTR stuff. We might log on retail real quick just to see if there's anything I need to do, but yeah. I don't think there's anything I need to do here, but we'll switch over to the PTR because there's a lot of stuff I have to do there, unfortunately. All right. We're here in our home in the Paladin order hall, of course. So what I think I need to do is I'm guessing I have the talents figured out for Herald and Templar for the pre-patch. I do need to see like little things like this talent versus improved blade of justice, holy blade versus improved blade. The double judgment's definitely going to be the play. But like, so on here you can see there's like one. I mean, if you even count this as two, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 possible talents, right? Including like choices that you don't use. And once the pre-patch hits, that number turns down to like 4 or 5 or something like that. I'd have to look and see, but which I'm about to. So you don't really have very much choice on the rat tree. I don't think there's anything I need to do. Oh, I got the what spec am I in right now? Oh, single target. I'll go outside here. I did manage to get my mount finally. Oops. This is the expansion achievement mount. Big old undermine looking thing. But yeah, I guess let's just hop on the PTR. I don't think there's anything for me to really learn on here at all. PTR midnight. Or is it 11.2.7 that I want to be on? But that's the patch we're in now. Yeah, we're in 11.27 now. We'll go to this one. Yeah, midnight. We set up our bars and stuff last night. In a quick little test, Herald was ahead of Templar in single target, but it was admittedly it was a one-off test, so probably the first thing I should do is go through that again. I also need to make sure I have proper talents over here, because I did not do that before. Consecrated ground, that's not a big deal. Alright, let's do a run on Herald single target here. The Herald opener feels crazy because you just kind of get to spam your stuff. Something wasn't working just now, though. Oh, do I have the 30? No. Why was that not working? It's working now. Did I just forget to press Divine Toll? So that's actually even a little bit higher than last time, and I'm pretty sure I screwed something up. So that was about 21k. Did I not press Divine Toll there? That was about 21. Let's go back to Templar. Templar, single target. Let's drop this holy power. You're not sure you'll go back what, Fuzzy? We need to get 2 holy power. So it wasn't working? Okay. If I did Divine Toll in my opener, then it... Oh, you went back and looked in the VOD. Thank you, man. So after you Divine Toll with the new Divine Resonance, your Judgment's supposed to give 2 Holy Power, basically. And it works sometimes and not other times, I guess. I mean, in this example, the Herald was way ahead of Templar. Yeah, that was a lot lower. That was like 19. That was like what I got last night, like 19.5. But my Herald was higher. Let's go back to Herald and see about that Divine Toll thing not working. Because right here should be your next 3 judgments gain 100% effectiveness. What? That's not it. So what is it? Something's supposed to be giving me extra. Is it this? Yeah, okay, so it's literally Walk into Light wasn't working. No. No, never mind. That's not it either. It might just be maybe that's just a Templar thing. I'm confused. I think the talents are different on here than they are on the beta, which is something I need to know though for the pre-patch stuff. I think the talents are different than the beta. Let's see if it's just because it was working at least on the Templar on my first time doing it. So is it just a Templar talent that's doing it, or I thought it was the new Divine Resonance. No. No, nothing to do with that. No problem, Fuzzy. I gotta figure this out though. So why was it working sometimes then? What is giving me the extra holy power? What's giving me the holy power? Hmm. Let me go see what happens here. Yeah, that just gave me 1. A divine toll. Then it gives me 2. That's what I think it's supposed to do. That gave me 2 as well. But that's not what the tooltip says here on the PTR. It's just supposed to be more damage, essentially. Unless the 100% effective goes for the holy power too. Like, instead of 1 holy power, it's 2. Maybe. Empyrean Hammer. Extend, shake the heavens. Shake the heavens. Damage of Empyrean Hammer. Empyrean Hammer. Divine Hammer. Improved Hammer of Laugh, maybe? No. Hmm. I wish I knew what was wrong with it. If it's just a tooltip error. I mean, I guess the big thing is we could just log on the beta and see what it is on there. Oh, is it down right now? Oh, no, it's right here. Endgame. Might kick me off the PTR. Yeah, it does. Oh well. Let's see if this will shine any light on it. The 100% effective just could mean that, 1 holy power turns into 2, and the damage is also double. Let's see. No, it's the same wording. 100% effectiveness. So what am I missing? What talent is doing it? There's some talent that's like when your Hammer of Wrath does extra holy power or something. There's Herald of the Sun talent that kind of does that. But it was doing it on Templar. It was very notably doing it on Templar. So I just need to go through like every single talent, I guess. Some Imperial Hammer. Instantly calls down 2 Imperial Hammers. Wake of Ashes. I mean, I could just switch it to Quickened Invocation. We'll do that. Let's go back to the beta. Or the PTR, I mean. We'll just take that off and see if I get still get 2 holy power. At least that'll answer the question. It used to say something about extra holy power, but maybe they just changed the tooltip and I never noticed. So if it gives 2 holy power now, then it's something else doing it. So we'll use that. We'll use this. And then we'll use that. It only gives 1. Giving 1 only. So on Herald, it only gives 1. Oh. Okay. Is it a chance that it's casting again? Something's weird about it. It gave 2 that one time, but I think that's this talent right here. Second sunrise, 20% chance. That has nothing to do with that. Which makes it even more curious to me. Makes me even more curious of what's causing it on Templar, though. Templar. Oh, why would I lose this? Oh. Herald single. Templar single. So Judgment only gets 1 holy power, that's correct. Divine Toll into Judgment gives 2. So okay, wait a second. Is it something to do with Divine Hammer? What is causing it then? 200%. What the heck? No, don't get me wrong. This is how I think it's supposed to work. I'm just confused at what's making it work. Divine Toll is making my judgments do, but only for... Huh. Let me see something else. Maybe it's because of Blessing of Anchi or something is messing with it. This could be a bug, actually. We could be finding an important bug here. Let's try it without Avenging Wrath, basically. This would be an important thing that needs fixed. So we'd have to talk about this next week at some point. So we're gonna just to check, Judgment does 1 holy power, like it's supposed to. And then we're going to Divine Toll and Judgment and see if it does 2. But it's not doing it during Wings, which would mean something's wrong. And it has to do with the Hammer of Wrath. I don't think it's like this on the beta, though. I'm not sure. So let's try this. Divine Toll, 1 holy power, Judgment. There we go. So it has to do with this. Okay, that one gave 2. That one gave 2. That one only gave 1. That one gave 2. Well, it's only supposed to be my next 3, to be fair. Hold on. We'll let the cooldowns reset. Something's messing it up, though, I think. To where it's not happening every time. The next 3 would be the ones that give me 2 holy power. You really want that to work for Herald because Herald is like really wicked on your opener and stuff. You literally can you do your normal stuff basically that you do in the War Within, and then you just press Hammer of Wrath and then Spender. Hammer of Wrath, Spender. Hammer of Wrath, Spender. You just keep spamming it. Alright, so let's see this one now. We're gonna Wings, Divine Toll, we're at 3. Let's just spend to get our holy power down. Okay, there's our first one. That one, our first 2 did, for sure. So why is it working sometimes and not others? All 3 worked on that one. That's very odd. So something's clearly causing it to once in a while not work. But that could definitely account for some differences on like testing and stuff too. So sometimes it's working and sometimes it's not. Alright, let's do another Herald test. See if we're still around that 21k-ish mark. And do another Templar test for single target. I don't know how we're going to... Without being able to do dungeons, there's no reliable way to do like Mythic Plus, but I guess you could go hit some AoE dummies or something. It's not the best thing, but okay. We're seeing if we're at around 21k again. With Herald too, you barely even need to press your Templar Strike. So I wonder if it's better just to not take Templar Strikes, because you always have stuff to press, and then just pick literally any other talent because it'll get more use. Here's a little bit of dead time. We're not getting any Art of War procs here. We'll see if we end this around 21k. Yeah. Maybe even a little higher. Now that I'm kind of like learning what I'm doing. That one was probably a little bit over. That was probably like 21.3 or 21.5. Because I'm kind of getting the hang of what I'm doing. You know, Mastery is really not probably that good, actually. Really high crit. That's one thing that's going to be rough without simulating is stat priority. Because our Mastery got is way worse. So 21 plus, I would say. Oops. If I can move this one around. And honestly, for Herald, I might be able to get rid of like Templar Strikes and replace it with even like either Improved Judgment or I don't even know. Technically Sanctify. There aren't really any other good talents to put it in, is the problem. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 talents you don't take. Do this. Let's try to do our absolute best here. It has a huge burst. Templar does. I think the dot ticking on the thing after Wings is kind of what is keeping Herald going, whereas Templar just falls off a cliff here. But it should, I mean, it's going to fall pretty far. Let's see what I can get to here. Ooh. After that runs out, man, it's just a little bit rough. We might stay over 20. No. That 19.5 is what I just keep hitting on Templar. Just keep hitting 19.5, 19.5, 19.5. It definitely looks like Herald's going to be the play, in my opinion. That's what everything on beta suggests, and that's what so far this stuff. Now maybe it's because my stat weights are really crazy high crit. I don't know. Technically, you'd think that might help Templar a little more, but so then the other thing to test would be like AoE situation. I really think there's just nothing else to put it in other than Templar Strikes, I feel like. This consecration damage doesn't help. No problem, man. I figured out that it is working most of the time, but it's randomly not working. So I don't know what's causing that, but most of the time it is working. It just happened to not work that very first time, and then like one other time. No idea. It works every time. Well, so far it's worked every time with Templar, but a couple times it hasn't worked with Herald. It has to be this Divine Resonance talent that's doing it. Like that's what's giving the holy power, which is what I thought it was. But I don't know what would be causing it to randomly not work. But most of the time work. I need to see if I can get to the Shadowlands. Find a mount. The verdict on Herald versus Templar is I'm pretty sure it's going to be Herald. But there's also could be big old buffs next week. I would not be surprised. So this is all just preliminary testing to give me a baseline on the PTR here. Oh yeah, this is... What is this? This is cool. So there's like a big old zone quest in Twilight Highlands. That must be the pre-patch thing. Yeah, I think Herald's probably gonna be the play, but of course, I expect huge buffs next week. Like not just buffs, but huge tuning, huge amounts of tuning to send us into pre-patch. So Templar could easily just get buffed up. The big thing too is the reality, and it's not talked about a lot, is Herald and Templar were pretty close all of War Within, but Templar just had better tier sets than Herald did. Herald's tier sets were always terrible. Yeah, they do tend to do that, though, Fuzzy, you're right. But yeah, they Herald was always close. It was just that once you got your tier set, Templar was going to clearly be better. And so a lot of the stuff, like my guides and stuff, I'd be like, well, until you get your tier set, you can play both. But once you get your tier set, play Templar. But on single target, and this is very, I'm not doing it. So normally I do like 5 to 10 minute tests. I do multiple of those, obviously. But in this very weak but a handful of testing, I keep getting like 19.5 single target on Templar. And where am I going? Orbos. And I keep getting like, at first I got like 20.5, then I got 21, then I got 21.5 on Herald. So Herald definitely seems to have a better thing. Yeah, Final Reckoning was always better in Mythic Plus for your overall damage too. So that's what I would usually suggest it to people, Final Reckoning, because in my opinion in Pug, so like the reality is if you are in the best, you know, if you're like the best guild or whatever, you're a MDI player, you're not really coming looking to my guide for how to play. So I'm talking to regular players, and for regular players, getting higher overall is going to be better for you in the long run. Because in the pug world, if you do a really high overall, people will just think you're good, and then you might get more invites. You'll make Rat look better in general. So I was always suggesting to do Final Reckoning for that reason. Need to remember how to get around here. I need the Covenant changing area. I think I just like was already at it and walked past it. Yeah, that's like the really polite way to do it. I just always would run Final Reckoning, and then sometimes it would be redundant with somebody else who's popping off, but most of the time that's not the case, honestly. Most of the time I just did. The problem with doing this, I mean, I guess it'll be the same for both, but is I'm going to have the actual Shadowlands powers here, too. I can't go there? What the heck? I'll find my way there. Yeah, I just normally go Final Reckoning. The reality is, like, there's occasionally a time where somebody's popping off more than me, and I'm like, man, I should have went ES, but it's very rare. Well, I'm heading here because this is the best multi-target training dummies, in my opinion. As long as I can get there. The best thing to do would be able to join a dungeon, but I just don't. I doubt there's anybody playing the PTR today. Your main groups, dungeons, find a group. Yeah, there's literally 0 groups. That's gonna be the case, unfortunately. Can I fly? I can, okay. So I'll just fly there. I do need to figure out for sure, like, what's the best setup for AoE talents as well. Because I'm currently going without Execution Sentence because it does nothing in Mythic Plus Dungeons. But maybe it's still better than Burn to Ash, for example. But if you're going to take Execution Sentence, you'd want to take Judge Jury because Judge Jury is really good. So it's this weird thing. Or maybe you just take Execution Sentence because it gives you Judge Jury. Full build for the UI boss timers. It has the damage meter for sure. But I think it has a lot of the UI stuff. Yeah, boss warnings. Yeah, it should be everything. Alright, let's go here. We don't want that. Let's go to Herald Dungeons. So what I'm not sure of is if I want to do... Honestly, that doesn't do anything either. You're kind of choosing between a bunch of talents that don't do anything. But do I want to do Burn to Ash and Radiant? I think you almost definitely want to do Radiant Glory. And so Burn to Ash versus Execution Sentence, I don't think is good. I mean, for me, it's fine, but I could see why people will think it's... I mean, it's a lot less than... The reality is, let's just be honest, add-ons were doing almost everything for people, so it's going to be way less than that, of course. Alright, let's stand like right here. We need to put Crusader Strike on our bar. So let's just see what we get here. Same crowd that played with the WeakWare interface for everything. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's going to be different, and a lot of people are going to... I think the biggest thing that didn't help matters were, like, the high-end players that were crying really bad about it, and, like, you know, throwing a temper tantrum saying we shouldn't stand for this and stuff, and, like... I think a lot of that plays into people's thoughts. Like, somebody like J.B. We're, like, at 550, 570, somewhere in there. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to beat the raid the fastest, but... And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think becoming reliant on it is the problem. Like, to be like, well, I can't play without it. That has nothing to do with beating it fastest, you know what I mean? If it changes into, well, I can't play without it. Let's try Templar. Dude, I think we want Crusade, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing Legacy's pointless, so... I think we just want to take Crusade because it's good, but that's just haste. Let's try without it. Try this. Yeah, it's been so cool. Commander Essential does the same thing. I'm sure people will reskin for it anyway. Yeah, I mean, it does mostly the same thing. It's obviously not as good, whatever. Like, you know, that's just true, but... Alright, let's try this. Now, the other problem is I think Empyrean Hammer has trouble hitting target dummies. So I'll have to look at how bad the Empyrean Hammer damage is. But this is definitely lower. Pretty dramatically lower. I'm accidentally hitting a couple other things with Empyrean Hammers, actually. But they don't always hit correctly. So let's look at this. Yeah, the hammers might not be hitting right. I'm not sure, but... What's about 70k? Look how bad Execution Sense is, though. You get... All those Execution Sentences did... less damage than my auto attacks. So that's why I say Execution Sentence is worthless. It did less than my auto attacks. Oh yeah, it was like a 50 to 70k difference from Herald, yeah, at least. Execution Sentence does nothing though, so maybe I need to talent better too. So let's try that. I decided to try it on here, but it's so bad. Let's do this. Yeah, you see how low that is, though? I'm trying to tell people in the Reddit Discord, they're like, "Oh, it's fine," but they're also like, for some reason they don't want it to be a funnel spell, and I don't know, man. They have some weird takes in there, so I don't talk in there very much. So let's just try without ES and see if that kind of helps fix the problem. Yeah, this is way better. This is like on par with Herald. I am hitting a couple extra things with my hammers though. But that's how bad execution sentence is. I get rid of execution sentence and it immediately, yeah, it's much better actually. It's crazy. Yeah, ES as it is now is pointless to even take. You still take it for a single target, but only because there's nothing else to take. But yeah, that's much better though. Without ES taken. It sucks because you kind of want to get Judge Jury. It's very strong, this new Judge Jury. But taking ES is just pointless. And Crusade's also really strong. Now Empyrean Legacy is also pointless for what we're doing. So it kind of stinks. You have two pointless talents here for AoE. Yeah. But like for Mythic Plus or AoE, right? You have to either take a crappy execution sentence to get Judge Jury, or you have to take Empyrean Legacy, which is pointless for AoE, to get Crusade. So that's not great. Burn to Ash also adds almost nothing. So we could, in theory, go to Burn to Ash but Execution Sentence adds nothing either. So these are two talents that add nothing. There's just too many choices that don't do anything. You have Judge Jury does something, Crusade does something. Seething Flames and Wake of Ashes are good. You know, and some of these other random points will do something. Divine Wrath is good. Blades of Light is good. And then, like, a lot of these other talents just do nothing. Holy Flames is good. Just kind of feels bad. Especially at the bottom part of the tree. You don't have a lot of good options down here. It's very, very lackluster. I think what they should do is this. This is kind of crazy. But they should almost move Judge Jury to, like, Empyrean Legacy. And then swap Empyrean Legacy with Execution Sentence. And then maybe buff Execution Sentence. But if they're going to make it stay weak, at least let us, like, get the talents we want. Yes. What you just said is correct. Execution Sentence needs to do something. Burn to Ash needs to do something. Empyrean Legacy needs to do something. Radiant Glory does, but it's fine. I think it's still going to be, like I said, the play in Mythic Plus, but single target you don't use it. Right now. That could change. It's just interesting where we are with that. Because we don't have any talents to choose from, and so it's hard to kind of finagle them around to get like a combination you even like. Yeah, it's. I mean, I thought Execution Sentence would actually be strong, but somehow it does. Somehow they combined Execution Sentence with Final Reckoning, and now it does less than either of them ever did. Like, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is the pre-patch PTR. So this is. I mean, I think we're gonna get a lot of changes this week. That's why I'm not gonna do too much testing. I'm just trying to get some baselines in. So right now, what I know, so my baseline before any changes is that Herald's probably just the better spec for pre-patch, but maybe Templar's close for like Mythic Plus. Like that's kind of like where my thoughts are right now. But then we're gonna get probably a bunch of tuning changes this coming week, and that could completely change that. And then from there, I need to actually figure out, okay, which of these bad talents are the better is better, you know? Like clearly, the Crusade is a little bit better than Judge Jury because we just tried that out. And so even though I take Empyrean Legacy, which I'm not even using, Crusade is better than Judge Jury by enough that not using this talent, like Execution Sentence is literally worthless. Execution Sentence has less value than not using a talent. It's crazy how bad it is. And I've already given that feedback, so if they don't change that, I did everything I could on that one. Bull's supposed to be pulling his hair out right now. Oh yeah, if Harold's the better one, yeah. Oh, working out the sim stuff, yeah. That's why I always give him credit, even if I disagree with some of his takes, is because he and a couple other people do all the work for that. So it's like very appreciated because I don't know how to do it. So the problem is that he's so biased and hates Harold so much that even if like I don't he didn't do that before though. He didn't like Harold in season 1 of The War Within, and we played that, and they still had a good API for it. But I just worry that he doesn't even care, so he like wouldn't try as hard if Harold's good. But I don't think he actually would do that. He did it in The War Within season 1. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. At least there's not very many talents to choose from, but it's funny too. Like everyone kind of lands on the same talents. The only thing I had different than other people is for what was it? Because our mastery literally is doing nothing right now. That's the other thing I've complained about, and hopefully gets fixed. But because our mastery is literally doing nothing right now, I don't even bother taking High Lord's Wrath sometimes. Like it just doesn't do anything. I guess I do have it on here. Oh no, never mind. That's not for single target. I still take it, but a lot of them are using Empyrean Power, which I've been trying to give it a shot. But honestly, Judgment of Justice might be better. 10% more judgment damage, because your judgment, especially on Herald, it's also your Hammer of Wrath, so it does more damage. So it might be something like this for Herald single. But that was the only thing different than I had than the Red Discord. They've messed around a little bit since then though. But I think some of their stuff is a little bit silly right now. Like they have, let me see. Because they have Crusader Strike auto. So what I don't understand is they have. I think it's because Templar Strikes isn't very good. Wait, I have started build on. So they have Crusader Strike auto attack talented, but the reality is, I think just not talenting either of these might be better. Like just having Crusader Strike and then put the point somewhere else. The problem is there's almost nowhere else to put the point that gives you single target. You could put it in Empyrean Power. Yeah. So Crusading Strike, and there's a guy in the Discord who does a lot of testing, like just a ton of testing, and he came to the same conclusion I did about Crusading Strike actually probably being better. Crusader Strike. So I'm pretty confident in that, because that's what I came up with too. It's like, man, you're not even pressing this, especially in single target. You need to press it, but in AOE you don't need to press it very much. So it's a weird thing. But like I said, there's a ton we can do until we see Monday, Tuesday, whatever, when they do a tuning pass, because I think it could be a rather large tuning pass, and I won't know anything for sure until then, and then I'll either probably at nighttime actually. I'll probably stream TBC, and then I'll work on this at night. Yeah, that's the problem, right? And then so the other thing is since they are sim lords or whatever, they're assuming that you're gonna have Wind Fury. So with Wind Fury, Crusading Strikes isn't that bad auto attack because it gives you 2 holy power. So it's like it's pretty crazy. But if you don't have Wind Fury, it's basically worthless. So it's like a weird thing. So for like a raid, you probably would have Wind Fury in your raid. So you might want to take it. But anytime you don't have Wind Fury, you wouldn't want to take it. I don't think that's a good talent design, by the way. Like, oh, we take this talent with Wind Fury, and other than that, we never play it. because most people who play the game will just never get any benefit from it. Yeah, I that's what I'm saying, right? Like people who do delves, zero benefit from it. And then you have to tune it around that too, right? So let's say Crusading Strike auto attack's really strong with Wind Fury. Well, you have to tune red around that. So now everyone without Wind Fury is weak. And heaven forbid you're in a raid team without a Wind Fury somehow. Then you're just at the bottom. You know, you're Parson Gray over there. So we'll see how they work all that out. Hopefully they do something. If nothing happens this week, it's going to be bad. We're going to be doing really... I mean, there's a bunch of classes that'll be doing low damage, but not just us. But I hope they don't just sit on their hands. I hope they do something. But execution sentence, that's a big one. You think your shaman left? Oh no. Oh, that could be doomsday for you. The good thing is that luckily for you, it's not one of the 4 talents that actually do damage, so it won't be that big of a difference. It'll just be a difference. You could just use Crusader Strike and Empyrean Power or something. Luckily, none of our stuff does any damage, so if you're missing any of it, it doesn't matter. Divine Storm, Hammer of Light. Blade of Justice does damage, of course. Wake of Ashes, Divine Hammer. Templar Strikes does do some damage. Yeah, if it goes live like this, then you'll definitely want a Wind Fury to be doing to get any orange for sure. And you could probably still sneak in some purples, but not high-end purples. Because most people are going to have a shaman in their group, is just the reality of the matter. Most will have it. Yeah, it's crazy. So I did some Mythic Plus, with my former guildies and prop paladin tank, and he on many polls he was out DPSing me as Rat. But to be fair, he was out DPSing the warrior too, who's kind of in the same position as Rat is. So it's basically a mage at top DPS and a prop paladin at second DPS on a lot of AoE polls. Overall, I still did beat him, but not by a lot. Me and the warrior were very similar. The mage was first, and then the prop paladin was right behind me and the warrior in damage overall. But from what I heard, prop paladin's a little bit busted right now, so. But we'll see. We will see. I think I'm gonna call it here though, so I can go eat. But yeah, it was a fun week streaming, and we'll be on TBC pre-patch next week, of course. We might even go live Tuesday. I said this before. We might go live Tuesday if servers are up. So it's kind of maybe we will, maybe we won't. Let's shout out the people here today. We have Brandon, Mario, Andre, and Fuzzy. Thank you guys for that. Thanks for all the lurkers. Pretty good stream today, actually. Not thankful to the guy who tried to ruin Diablo for me. And yeah, I hear you, Fuzzy. But yeah, we'll be back maybe Tuesday, so we might just take tomorrow off. We might be back Tuesday if servers are up early enough. And if not, we'll be back Wednesday. We'll play some TBC. And we could do some of this too. And when news breaks, like for example, if they do a big update on Monday, we go live. The first thing we'll do is probably talk about that, right? But yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you guys so much for another really fun week streaming, and I'll catch you guys next week. See you.